Hi, Cancer. This is Eileen with your February 2019 Psychic Tarot card reading. And we're starting the month of February with the Queen of Wands card. And the wands do relate to the fire signs of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So for some of you, you could be in the place of the Queen of Wands starting your month. You might be having a lot of fiery energy, getting things done, making sure other people that you're working with or that you're around, if you're working on a project, you're making progress on something, that everybody's kind of handling their share of the work or whatever. So in some cases, this could be a person who's going to be in your life, the Queen of Wands, in the month of February. But I'm getting because I'm tuning in on a psychic level as well as reading the meanings of the cards. And I'm getting a strong sense that for a number of you Cancers, that you're going to be in a take charge mood in February, just starting out your month like, okay, I'm plowing through this work, this project, my goals, my plans. I feel like some of you have some kind of plans. There's something you're working towards. Some of you might actually be moving at this time, relocating, or maybe making plans just to even make some changes around your home in the way of maybe clearing the clutter and organizing. Maybe you're making some improvements. I'm just feeling action from some of you Cancers. And this is a general reading, so every card won't relate to everyone that watches the video. Some cards will resonate with some people, while other cards will resonate with others. If I'm doing a private reading, then I'm focusing in more on that person's circumstances. But I am getting a sense of take charge, action, get things done. Like you've been working hard, and you were even making your plans over the holidays, I feel like, for things you wanted to get done that were just necessities as far as you're concerned. I feel like there's improvements. Like some of you are just making improvements in your lives, whether it's in your work area, in your home. I feel like a number of you are just, whether it's just cleaning and organizing things, or whether you're purchasing something new or moving into a new place. For some of you, you might be starting at a new job, or maybe you already started, and maybe towards the end of the year or sometime in recent months or just now, and then you just are going full steam ahead to get things done. So I get a lot of good, strong, positive energy here with this card for you. Now, for some of you Cancers, this Queen of Wands might represent a person who's in your life in February. It could be someone in the workplace. Typically, the wands do relate to the area of work, action, progress. It could be someone in your workplace that's like a manager or the owner of the business where you work. I feel like this person can be beneficial to you. What I get from them is they work hard, and they expect everybody to do their share. And as long as you're doing your share of the work, and they see that kind of commitment, then I feel like you can benefit from this person. And I feel like they're fair-minded. I don't feel like they're overly harsh towards anybody. It's just this person is aware that they work hard, and they carry their share of the burdens and the work that needs to be done. So it's kind of like they don't really have a lot of patience for people who are taking shortcuts, or not doing too much work while they know they're doing a lot, and that sort of thing. But so I'm getting different scenarios for different people. This person could even be somebody in the way of a romantic interest for some of you. Some of you might have this person around you in a romantic sense. Or, like I said, for you Cancers, that this is you in February. For some of you, I'm feeling like, yes, I do work hard. Yes, I know I'm making progress in my life. I'm getting my home, my career, whatever in order. But you might be feeling like you want someone special in your life at the same time. Like you're strong and independent and getting things accomplished, but you would really like to have a nice, compatible mate in your life. So I'm getting that kind of energy too with this card. But overall, really good positive energy here. And also for those of you who feel like you're embracing the spirit of the Queen of Wands, and that you do want a mate. I feel like you're not willing to settle for less. You want something good, good quality. You don't want just anybody. You want somebody who's really gonna be compatible with you and be like you know, hardworking and strong and responsible, but at the same time who wants to have a nice relationship with someone. Next card we have is the Eight of Pentacles. And this is a good sign, or a good card here, the Eight of Pentacles, because it's about making money, making progress in your work, in your career, with your income. So for a number of you, now some of you might actually be students and you're learning some particular skill, whether it's a vocational school or maybe you're in college. But I feel like for those of you this applies to, that you're being very detail oriented. You're really learning things really well, and that this is going to pay off for you. Some of you might just be starting at a new job that's promising for you, or a new career that you're just beginning. But I feel like you already see the writing on the wall, that this is going to be prosperous and profitable for you. And but you're not even necessarily focusing on the money. You're focusing on doing a really good job. You've got some perfectionistic tendencies, I'm feeling like, for a number of you, and you just want to do a really good job at whatever you do and take pride in your work, because you do take a lot of pride in the work that you do. Really, whatever you do, you like to do things well. You're very conscientious. But I'm getting money, that this, for those of you that this applies to, you're going to be benefited. You're going to be rewarded financially. Some of you might already be enjoying those rewards, but you know it's just the beginning. That's what I'm getting here. The next card we have is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords, this is relating to moving on from a difficult situation. So some of you Cancers, I'm feeling like it's a number of you, to tell the truth, have had some kind of difficult relationship matters, or maybe it's even been someplace where you lived, like a living arrangement, or a place where you were working. Just feels like you are around people that have been kind of unfriendly. For some of you, it's been a personal romantic relationship that really, where the person's really ended up mistreating you or something. It could be for someone I'm tuning into. It might be someone and their family members being kind of cold or kind of hateful towards you. That might be one person I'm tuning in for, because I'm getting different scenarios for different people. But for a number of you Cancers who are moving on in February, you're moving on to better times. You're not willing to just stay in some overly stressful, difficult situation where you're not appreciated. This is the big theme I'm getting from here. A number of you Cancers have been in some type of situation, whether it's a personal, romantic relationship, maybe even a place where you've lived or where you've been working, where you're not being appreciated and not being treated that well. Treated almost like you're not equal to them, or you're not good enough. That's what I'm getting. And you know better, but it's still, it's harsh. It's a burden when you're around people like that. When you're in a situation like that, it's burdensome. It's like you got a big heavy burden you're carrying on your shoulders. And even though you know you don't deserve that, it's like sometimes, I don't know, the universe tends to, luckily, will squeeze us out of a situation if we're in some situation, whether it's at work, in a living place where you're living a living arrangement, or even in a personal relationship. I mean, a lot of people will stay in miserable relationships, but to me, the sooner you get out of one of those, the better. And whatever it is, the sooner you can cut the cords and move on, the better. Because when you're feeling, no one should have to live that way, feeling like they're carrying a heavy burden because somehow they're somebody's not approving of them, somebody's criticizing them, someone's treating them like they're not good enough, whatever it is. Or they're the bad guy, or who knows what. It's like you know better. I get a lot of spirituality within you, Cancers, that you've been tuning in and growing on a spiritual level. So you know better. You know you do deserve better, but it's still hurtful and burdensome. So you're moving forward. Now, again, this is a general reading, so all of these cards won't relate for everybody. Some Cancers are going through this, while others may have may not be going through this, or maybe they were in the past or whatever. But for a number of cancers, this will apply, I believe. But the good news is, and I do get protection, like you have protection around you also. If you see the swords, they're not touching her. See, they're not poking her. They're around her, but they're not poking her. And I do feel you're moving through the muddy waters of negativity and moving on. And you might still have a ways before you clear it completely. That's what I'm getting. So you might go to what the next situation that's for some of you, it might just be a stepping stone to something better. It might be a resting place till something even better comes your way, but it'll be an improvement. You'll be able to breathe better. For others of you, you're going to another situation that will be a good place to stay for a while, whether it's business, personal, whatever. And some of you might actually be relocating, just moving, physically moving to a different location, different city, whatever. But you got your eyes on your future and where you know you want to be peaceful and have a good life. And you're not being greedy about anything. You just don't want all the hassle. You don't want the stress and anxiety, and you're continuing on. So, but some of you might still be somewhat entangled. Others everybody's going to be at a different stage that this card applies to, I feel like. And again, it's a general reading. Everybody's not going to have that situation in February. Next card we have is the Nine of Cups. This is a really good one here because it's about celebrating your prosperity and your abundance and feeling good. And the cups do relate to the water signs of emotion and love and feelings. And it's also the Nine of Cups is known as the wish card, a wish being fulfilled. So this is kind of nice. I feel like for some of you that I said maybe you're moving on and moving out of the real murky water, but maybe the next stop you're going to may not be perfect, but it's an improvement. And I kind of feel like it's like you know what you want. It's like your big wish in your heart for how you want your life. I feel like this Nine of Cups following this is a good omen that a number of you are going towards the Nine of Cups, where you will finally feel like, okay, the burden's finally gone. I can celebrate now. I can just celebrate my life. And, it doesn't mean you're necessarily or rich now or anything, but you're rich in your heart. You're feeling good about your home, your environment, your work. You're feeling like you've been freed from whatever was entangling you here that you moved away from. So I like this. I'm getting really nice upbeat energy here from this Nine of Cups for a lot of you Cancers. And even if you haven't been just moving away from a bad situation, a number of Cancers are going to be feeling like they can celebrate their lives and be grateful for all the good that you do have in your life. You might be preparing meals and doing things at home, or maybe going out to a restaurant or something. I'm getting light, enjoyable, kind of like enjoy life. Don't just focus on work and all the heavy burdens. Stop and take a break and enjoy your life a little bit too along the way, and be grateful and celebrate all the good that you have. And when you do that, it makes it easier for the universe to open the doors and bring more prosperity. So even if everything's not perfect yet, you stop and you claim your prosperity, your happiness, your abundance, all the good you have. It's like it's telling the universe, yes, I want more of this, and the universe responds accordingly. Okay, next card we have is Eight of Cups. Again, it's all about moving on from things you have outgrown, that you no longer need, that no longer serve you well. And the cups do relate to feelings, emotions, and that sort of thing. But the Eight of Cups, for some of you, this is a relationship that you've moved on from. For others, this could be a residence, a place you lived, possibly a work situation for some of you. And at one time it was good, whether it was a physical, romantic relationship or someplace you worked. At one time you were enjoying yourself. Maybe if it was work, the money was good, you were enjoying your coworkers. Or if it was a romantic relationship, maybe it seemed like it was all enjoyable and lovely and fun and all that kind of thing. But as time goes by, the luster wears off. And it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, that person's got habits and things about them I'm not really that pleased about. It's kind of like that, like okay, I think it's time for me to move on. Or for a work situation, like maybe it was going well, and then at some point you start feeling like I've outgrown this and I deserve more and better, and I've got a lot of skills, experience, and I know I can do better. I can make more money. I can do work that I really can embrace more and get more passionate about. And for some, it's a living arrangement, someplace you've lived where at one time it was nice and whatever, you might have had people that turn sour on you or whatever, and you're ready to move on from that. But it's good. You're calm, you're confident, you're not fearful, you're not in a panic about what you're going to do next. You're looking out over the horizon and making your plans and making choices and weighing things out. So it's not like you just got to hurry up and do something right away. It's like you're looking out and exploring all of your options to decide what's going to be good for you for your next stage of your life. So this is good. I like this one here too. Because it's progress. It's letting go of the old that no longer serves us and embracing something new, even if you don't exactly know what the new is that you're going to embrace yet. You're exploring, you're deciding, you're thinking about it, making your plans. And the next card we have the Wheel of Fortune, and this is a major arcana destiny card. And the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like it ties in well with a number of these other cards that for those of you who have had difficult circumstances, whether it's financially or with relationships, I'm feeling some of you have had some difficult relationship situation going on. I mean, that might be one person I'm tuning in for. I'm not sure. Just something that's been really hard, kind of I don't know. Maybe I'm tuning in for one person, somebody just treating you bad, like speaking to you in a really bad manner or putting you down or criticizing you or something I'm getting. Maybe that's one person. I'm not sure. But other people have maybe had financial issues and those kind of dilemmas going on. And the Wheel of Fortune is saying things can now start turning. The wheel can start turning in your favor to get things going again, to get things going in the right direction for prosperity, for a happier way of life, for you to move on now, move onward and upward. And I am feeling a number of cancers who see this video might be feeling like, oh, that's for the lucky people. I'm not lucky. I'm stuck. What's going to change for me? You can't think like that because that's counterproductive. You need to feel prosperous, feel successful, feel like you deserve all the good, whether it's in your love life, your business, your home life, wherever it is. And when you start accepting that and opening up to it, never mind what happened in the past, everybody has tough times here and there. You know, it's just part of life, unfortunately. We all have to deal with it. But you got to shake it off and be ready for a new beginning. And the sooner you can let go of all the tough times and the tough memories, and be ready for something new and bright because every day is a new day and a new beginning. And then you will help that wheel to turn in your favor. You will help the doors of the universe to open up and bring you the good things that you do deserve in your life so you can let go of all the negative stuff you've had to deal with. Next card we have is the Lover's card. And this is another major arcana, destiny card. But the Lover's card is about making choices. So some of you may be making a choice about a relationship in your life, whether to stay in one, whether to start one with somebody new. Some of you might be meeting new people and you're not sure if this new person's going to work out for you. Maybe they just look real good, but they might not follow through too well. Some of you may have just started seeing someone new and you're enjoying being with them and having a good time, but you're not sure if this is going to be long term the right one for you. It's almost like you're feeling like there might be somebody that's a better choice for you up ahead. I tend to feel the same, whoever this is I'm tuning in for. I do feel like you're radiating really good light energy and you're going to attract someone that really is a more ideal match for you. And it's going to be really just very clear to you then. It's not going to be, I'm wondering, it's going to be, okay, this feels right. So that sounds like one person I might be tuning in for. I don't know if it's a few people, but at least one. And then also for with this card, the Lovers, this can relate to something you just feel passionate about, maybe in your work, your business. For some of you have had a particular business, or maybe you've been planning to start a business. This is about making choices, making decisions. Am I going to start that business finally? Or am I going to pick up the one I've had and just make some changes and improve it so I can make more money at that business? Or even a job, whether or not you want to stay at a particular place, or you might have a better option elsewhere that does you have more passion for, as far as the environment of the place and the work you'd be doing and that sort of thing. Yeah, so I'm getting different scenarios for different people. Next card we have is the Death card. And that ties in well with some of these other cards that we have here in this reading, because the Death card is saying there's going to be an end to some way of life. So it, or maybe for some people it's not, it's more a way of thinking, maybe an old way of thinking that hasn't served you well. But the Death card is saying be willing to let go of people, circumstances, whatever old, outdated belief systems and negative thinking, whatever is not serving you well. Be ready just to let go, have faith, take a new look at things from a whole new perspective. I mean, if you're miserable at your job, you definitely want to get another job before you leave your job. But, but I mean, you got to be logical about things and plan. If you know you're in a bad relationship and it's all entangled right now, you got to make your plans, quietly make your plans to get out of it, extricate yourself, and get the heck out of there once and for all. That might be one person I'm tuning in for that's in some bad situation in a relationship. I feel like you live with the person. I don't know if you're married, if you're just living together, but I feel like they've dominated you and they're very negative and harsh, and they've hurt your self-esteem a lot. And you're like, you feel like you're a captive, like you're caged in this life with this person, and you really need to make your plans, get confident, build up your strength inside, and get the heck out of there. But I mean, well, that would be what I'd do anyway. But for others, that sounds like one person I was tuning in for. For others, it might be a job situation, like we were talking about here, the Eight of Cups, or maybe even the Six of Swords, just moving on from things that have not been serving you well. Maybe they did at one time, but it's time to let go and move on. It could be a physical move for some of you, possibly a new job, possibly getting out of a relationship to start fresh. But for some people, it's an old way of thinking. It's negative thoughts, and that's self destructive. You need to really feel positive, feel successful and prosperous, feel grateful every day for all the good, and just feel the prosperity you have and get a sense of that every day so that the doors of the universe can open up and bring those conditions to you. It might just be right thinking, but it's a good thing. It's transitioning one thing, phasing out for a new beginning. And then look what we have following the Death card, the Star card. The light of the star will guide you to healing, to new beginnings, to prosperity and success. This is a great card to follow, the Death card, and this is another major arcana destiny card. So you're supposed to be making endings where things are no longer serving you well. You're supposed to be growing, learning from the experiences that did not work out. Then you know what you don't want, so you can get more of what you do want, and being willing to let go and move on and have faith. And just like I said, you have to make your plans. You can't just blindly leave one job without another job, or those kind of things. You got to be sensible minded about things, but still, when you do make your plans, you start to find out how you would do things, and you get more confident anyway and more strong when you do that, as you quietly make your plans to make those transitions in your life. But for those of you who have had financial difficulties in the past, or hurtful relationships in the past, maybe even if you've been having a lot of aches and pains, the light of the stars, it's healing. It has a healing energy, and it's guiding you for prosperity and love and healing and even feeling better overall. I do feel for some of you, maybe this is one or a few, that you're in some new relationship. It feels really nice, or it's fairly new. You might be newly married or engaged or living with someone that you really, you're just having a really enjoyable time, and there's love and romance going on. It's really a good phase of the relationship. That might be for a few people. So for some of you Cancers, you might be meeting just that right person in February, or maybe they have already come into your life in recent months and things are just going so well, and you know you have a lot to be grateful for, and you're just, I feel like some of you might be in a new home or something. You might just be filled with love and good feelings and enjoying your new home environment that you're decorating or getting your things out and arranging your belongings or whatever it is. I'm just feeling a number of you just feeling good and feeling um, joyful inside and alive and, just feeling invigorated. So, and again, if you're not feeling that way in February, start feeling that way because it helps the universe to bring about those particular conditions for you. Okay, and the last card we have is the Page of Cups. And the cups do represent feelings. They represent the water signs of, well, this is Cancer. This is one of your cards anyway. Actually, the Nine of Cups, these cups cards are your cards anyway because they relate to Cancer. Feelings, love, emotions. And so the Page of Cups, for some of you, this could be good news coming to you. Someone could be delivering good news of love, or maybe you might be hearing about somebody getting married or having some kind of celebrations or having a baby or that sort of thing. Let me see what else I'm getting here. Some of you might actually be, if you're like the pages, usually they might be in their 20s or something. So if you're like in your 20s and single, you could be meeting another water sign, such as another Cancer or Scorpio, Pisces. This could be another young person around your age that's attracted to you and they're around you. If you're a student at school, it might be another student, or it could be around your workplace, or maybe even in your social circle. And I feel like this person, they're a really nice person, very down to earth. This could be male or female. This might be applying to a few people. And they're not being pushy about getting to know you. They're not, they're confident, but not overly confident. And this person does not have a big ego. So where they just think they're something great. So they're going to, just in a kind of modest way, want to get acquainted with you, possibly first to start as friends. But I feel like they have more than friendship on their mind. They're attracted to you. They would like some kind of romantic situation with you. So if you're in your 20s, maybe single and looking, just be receptive, be open, because this person could be around you. It might be somebody really nice that's going to be around you coming up by the end of February. Okay, now this deck I've been using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And what I want to do now, I'm going to pick one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. And so I need to shuffle these. And if you like my videos, be sure and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. If you have subscribed already, I thank you for your subscriptions. And be sure and check for your rising and moon signs as they come available. Feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, now what's the message for Cancer for February 2019? Cancer. What's the message for the sign of Cancer for February 2019? Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. What's the message for Cancer for February 2019? I'm going to give it one more shuffle and then I'll fan them out. What's the message for Cancer for February 2019? Okay, let me fan these out. Oh, I like the look of this. This says, accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Oh, this is a wonderful message. Pretty images, too. I love all the mermaids and the dolphins. I don't know if there's a dolphin in this one. I see a mermaid. I'm not sure if I see a dolphin in this one. Accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help. I've got glare on one side. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Oh, that's comforting. I love that message. That's a wonderful message here. Absolutely. Okay, next I'm going to pick one from Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield with artwork by Josephine Wall. So what's the message for Cancer for February of 2019? Cancer. What's the message for Cancer for February 2019? Cancer for February 2019. What's the message for Cancer for February 2019? Okay, I'm going to give it one more shuffle. Cancer for February 2019. Okay, let me go ahead and fan these out. Let's see which one wants to come out of here. This is pretty. Okay, this one says, be in service. That's number 41. This is gorgeous. Look, see, she's underwater and all the seashells around her head. Seahorse. So she's probably like a mermaid, I'm guessing. These are so gorgeous. There's so much detail in these images. I just love them. I'm going to look this up. 41, be in service. Okay, let's see. Okay, 41. 41, almost there. Okay, here it is. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. I went to page 41 instead of number 41. Let me go. Gotta do this differently here. Okay, here it is. Be in service. Give back to the world. When we give in equal proportion to that which we receive, we are able to maintain balance. There are so many people who are in need of your services. Being in service can be as simple as a kind word, holding a door open, or joining in a cleanup effort. Look to nature and its ability to support according to what is needed at that time. Your efforts in supporting others around you will help to create the energy needed to support humanity. This is a really good message. And the thing is, the way I feel in my heart, you never know what kind of a difference you might make for one person by even being friendly or holding a door open, like they were saying, or just give a kind word. You just never know. Somebody could just have been treated really bad by other people and be feeling really down, or maybe some other heartbreak or situation, that little bit of light you shine towards them might be something that really makes a difference. So, I mean, it could be as small as that, or in other ways that you feel guided. Listen to your intuition, listen to what your heart tells you if you're out in your day-to-day life and you just have a little feeling of being kind to another person or to a creature or to nature or whatever. It all adds up. It all contributes. That's what I'm trying to say. So I think that's a great message. Okay. Last but not least, I'm going to pick one card from the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so what's the message for Cancer for February 2019? Cancer. What's the message for Cancer for February 2019? What's the message for Cancer for February 2019 from the Archangels? Okay, let's see. Cancer, February 2019. I'm going to shuffle one more and then fan them out. Okay, I'll fan these out. Okay, this one says brilliant. I love this image on here. It's so pretty. Gorgeous colors. Yeah, I love the gold colors with that dark blue background. It's gorgeous. Brilliant idea. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. This is a wonderful message. I love this. One of the other signs had this card too when I fan, because I fan them out and just see which one looks like it needs to be picked up. I don't know what's on the other side. And someone else, it seems like one of the other signs I just did for February had this. Brilliant idea, Archangel Uriel. Yes, your idea is divinely guided. Please take action to bring your idea to fruition. I love it. Great messages. I think these are really nice messages for February. And we're off to a beginning of a new year. So it's a great way to start your new year with making changes, letting go of the old to take on in the new. So I hope you're happy with your reading for February, Cancer. And be sure and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. If you have done so, I thank you for your subscriptions. Feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. And be sure and check on your rising and moon signs as they come available. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, have a great February, Cancer, and Happy New Year to everyone. Let's all make 2019 a really good, memorable year in whatever ways that are meaningful for us. Okay, thank you for watching my video, and we'll talk again soon.